Hello, Cuffy. Been waiting long?
Oh, minutes, only seconds, really. I just walked over here when I heard your train coming through. Yeah, I just walked across when your train came in
Cuffy.
there. You know, I used to have one exactly like that.
Take it.
Yes, sir. I suppose you'll have been busy conducting mighty business deals in the centre of world trade, eh?
I'm a musician, Cuffy.
Oh, yeah. I suppose then you have been conducting mighty symphony orchestras in the centre of world music, eh?
Get in.
Oh, me?
Yeah, come on, get in. That's what you came for, isn't it?
Oh, well, if you want to give me a ride in your lovely motor car, I don't mind obliging you.
Just a minute.
Right. Oh, I see you ain't done a crossword today.
Nope. I don't understand you, Cuffy. You walked 6 miles to the station just to get a lift back.
6 miles? What's 6 miles? It's just a footstep in the journey of life, isn't it?
You want to write lyrics?
Yeah. Come on! Faster! Faster!
You'll get me arrested!
Oh, come on! Well, I get out now. You drive very well. It's a bit slow on the corners, maybe, but it's a good enough drive.
Thank you. Perhaps you'll give me a reference.
Yeah, you know, I prefer an open car myself.
Yes. One does need an awful lot of fresh air swirling about when you're around.
Yeah, I've heard tell that, but I've never noticed it myself, mind.
You're not actually thinking of coming in, are you?
No. Thank you for inviting me. I ain't got the time now, but I was walking with you, so I didn't miss a word of what you were saying about me smelling and that.
Yeah, and that Cuffy and all that.
Yeah.
Hello, it's your husband. Get that man out of the house.
Hi.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Simpkins.
Well, what do you think?
Very good. Be nice when it's finished.
Take no notice of him, Mrs. Simpkins. If it hasn't got crotchets and quavers, he's lost. How was London?
Still there. Any beer in the fridge?
Should be.
What's the dress for?
Mandy's wedding. Don't you recognise it?
No. Why? Is it the one you wear every time Mandy gets married?
Pete, I wore it for Jackie and Ted's wedding.
Oh, yes. You're letting it out or taking it in?
You can see I married him for his charm.
I've just given your boyfriend a lift back from the station.
My boyfriend?
Coffee.
Oh, terrible tinker.
The word stinker.
He's no friend of mine.
Does he still propose to you, Mrs. Simpkins?
Every time he sees me. Cheeky devil. Somebody ought to put him in his place.
He just wants to be put into your place.
I'd have the police on him.
Ah, well, it's not going to be a double wedding.
Mr. Higgins, I'd rather you didn't joke about such things.
Oh, it's Coffee's idea, not mine. Him in his morning suit. You in your gas mask.
Oh!
Good evening, Cuffy. You're in early tonight?
Oh, well, it's Wednesday, ain't it?
Ah, yes, it's your coupon day.
I always do my coupons
Well,
on
there's no
Wednesday,
need
do
to
I?
be grumpy. Just sit in the corner and fill it in.
How can you do the coupons when you can't even read?
Well, I don't need to know the names of the teams, do I? I just put my crosses in the same place every week. I mean, I can write my name and I can write Shillingbury. And the envelope's already printed. I mean, a man doesn't need any more than that to get rich.
It's as good a way as any other, I suppose. What'll you have?
No pint of the usual, please, Terry.
Do you want to get rich, Coffee?
Well, I hadn't really thought about it. I could do with a bit more than I got now.
Inflation at the begging bowl, has it?
I never begged. I'd rather work than take charity. You know that. Odd jobs, little mucky jobs.
Well, you can dig out that clogged ditch back of the cowsheds tomorrow if you want. £1 an hour.
Slave labour.
Do you want the job or not?
Slave labour. £1 an hour is slave labour.
There you are, then.
Yeah, well, I seem to have only got this £5 note on me.
Oh, dear. And I'm clean out of change. You'll have to owe it till next time.
Right.
A new fibre, I see. What happened to that old big white one you had?
I sold it to an American for £12.80.
You're not as stupid as you look, are you?
Well, I don't mind digging that ditch of yours, Mr. Jake, if it'll help you out.
What's that? Love letter?
I wish it was.
Give us a hug and I'll write you one myself. You're reading that over my shoulder, aren't you?
Yes.
What's so riveting?
Well, there's bad news and even worse. Which do you want first?
Try the bad news.
It's from my uncle in Liverpool. He's going to America, taking Auntie with him.
I would have thought that was good news. For Liverpool, anyway. And the even worse?
They want cousin Cuthbert to stay with us.
Cuthbert.
Only for his half-term holidays.
No way, Sal. Absolutely no way. The kid's a monster.
Well, maybe he's matured a bit.
The village, you only just forgiven us for his last visit.
Well, we can't say no. We just have to treat him like any other evil, obnoxious, snotty-nosed schoolboy.
Why is it that everybody on your side of the family is so weird?
Oh, it's hereditary. I'm amazed I turned out so well.
And why are you letting me say such horrible things about your family without throwing the toast at me?
Well, there was also an overnight cable for you.
More bad news.
Must be. Harvey delivered it like a normal postman. Obviously couldn't bear to tell me what was in it.
It's just not our day, is it?
What now?
Unlike your uncle, we are not going to America.
What, you mean the group?
Oh, they're going. It's just that they have to use American musicians.
The union?
Right. Well, that's the entire autumn just gone out the window.
Oh, never mind. Something will turn up.
Yeah, Cuthbert.
Tea's up in the kitchen, Cuffy.
Oh, good. Well, I don't mind drinking a mug if it'll help you out.
You're not bringing that lot in here.
Well, Miss Mandy said about a cup of tea.
What have you been doing?
Well, you know what I've been doing.
I told you to clean that ditch out, not get in it.
Well, you can't clean it out from the top. You got to get in.
Look, you haven't got any boots on.
Well, I know. They're in the ditch somewhere. Sucked off.
I beg your pardon?
My boots, they got sucked off.
How many sugars, Cuffy?
Oh, 2. No, 1. 1.5. Largest ones.
Look, just you wait here, outside. Honest, I'll get any more people trying to help me.
1.5 largish ones.
Yeah, you know, people make it too sweet. They think because I'm a tinker that I like a lot of sugar, but they never think what it's going to do to my teeth.
Want a sandwich? Piece of cake?
A sandwich. Piece of cake.
Both?
Well, yes, if you like.
I'm sure it's made my day.
Yeah, I mean, you can't do a job like that and keep clean. You cannot do a job like that and keep clean.
Oh, take no notice of him.
Oh.
Give me the mug, Cuffy.
Oh, yeah, thanks. He knew it was going to be a dirty job. That's why you give it to me.
I told you, take no notice of it. There are some things he can't do without you.
Yeah, of course there are, because I'm a specialist.
That's right. And I'm counting on you specialising for him while I've gone.
Are you not leaving, are you?
But you don't think I'm going to stay here while I murder David the vet?
Oh, no, I hadn't thought of that.
We're hoping to go to Australia.
Australia?
David's trying to buy a veterinary practice just outside Sydney, and I'm going to go and help him.
Well, it's a fair long way, Australia. I've never been that far.
How far have you been, Cuffy?
Well, not very far, really. I did think I'd like to go on a boat and sail the 7 seas.
Do you know where they are?
No, I don't, but I'd like to sail them all the same. I'd like to go on an airplane, too. I look out sometimes, I see them, they're like little silver fishes against the blue, and I wish... Still, I wouldn't know where I was when I got there, so what's the difference?
What would you like to do most in all the world?
Now, I can't answer that one. Most of all in all the world, I'd like to be at your wedding.
Really?
Oh, yeah, your wedding, I'd love it.
Well, I've got to go and do some washing up.
Right-o.
And I'll see if I can find you a pair of boots.
Oh, yeah, well, if you got a pair of boots you don't want, I mean, I'll gladly take them off your hands for you.
So there he was, dripping and oozing mud and wanting to come to my wedding.
Well, presumably you wouldn't be oozing and dripping at the ceremony.
Well, you're not suggesting I should have invited him.
Mandy, it's none of my business.
Dad'd go mad. An out-of-work tramp at his daughter's wedding.
Well, Peter's out of work as from this morning. The American tour's off.
Oh, I'm sorry. But that's different. I mean, there's out of work and out of work. You can't class Peter with Cuffy.
Oh, I don't know. Unless I work hard at him, and I mean really hard, he could turn up at the church, covered in mud, in a torn rugby shirt and an old pair of sandals.
You've begun to give me a conscience about this now.
Sorry, I should have kept my big mouth shut.
I only told you because I thought you'd think it was funny.
I know, but it's sad funny, isn't it? I mean, somehow I just can't laugh at an old man who wants to see a village wedding and wish the bride luck.
You're right. I'm going to ask Dad about it.
Well, why don't you ask David about it?
Yes. I've got to break loose sometime, haven't I?
Save you a big phone bill from Australia.
Are you finished yet, Cuffy?
Oh, nearly. A little drop of oil here and there would make all the difference.
The lawn's not big enough to bother with oil.
It's not you that's pushing the mower.
You better change out of those trousers. You'll catch your death.
Well, I could come inside and take them off for somebody to dry in the kitchen.
You're not coming into my house. The very idea.
Well, be all right when we made it legal.
Now, will you stop this nonsense, you disgusting man?
Does that mean you're turning me down again?
Cuffy, in a minute I shall get very angry.
All right, then. I won't mention it again. But I shall think about it. Ain't nobody can stop me thinking about it. God. I locked it up for me supper. Ah.
How are you going to get all those things clean?
What do you mean? I got fresh running water up where I live.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna take off my trousers, sit on the bank eating your meat and potato pie, and let the stream wash them for me.
You mean you're going to sit on the bank in your underpants?
Ain't got no underpants.
Hello, Cuthbert.
You're late?
Yeah, sorry about that. I ran into a lane full of sheep. Good journey?
No, it's a long way.
Well, I always used to like long journeys. So much to see.
Yeah, if factories grab you. Your group's out of the charts, isn't it?
Yep. We don't have a hit record at the moment.
Not even in the top 30. Do you reckon you're slipping?
You can still earn a very good living without necessarily topping the charts.
You can also go out of fashion. What's Shillingbury like? Any better?
Worse, you'll hate it.
Still no action?
Not a movement.
No disco yet?
No disco, no. Oh, the village band does throw a dance every other Saturday.
Yuck.
Oh, I thought I'd missed you.
No lift today, Cuffy. Got a passenger.
Oh,
It's the wife's cousin, Cuthbert.
oh, pleased to meet you. Well, I suppose I'll just have to walk back.
Okay. Come on, Cuthbert. Hop in the back seat.
Me in the back seat.
It's either that or walk. Jump in, Cuffy.
Yeah. That's it. On.
Not far to go, but we'll make the most of it.
Right. Whoa. Right.
Hello, Cuthbert.
Oh,
Did you have a good journey?
Oh, it's a long way, unless you enjoy factories and the group's not in the charts and there's no action here and I'm not staying long.
Oh, I see. Do I detect an atmosphere?
And furthermore, he has not matured and don't sit on any cushions.
Well, there's a king-size tea inside. Perhaps that'll help.
that man smells.
Take him inside. I'll be in a minute. Sorry, Cuffy, but you do look in a particular mess today. You know?
Hey?
You know, we're going to have to smarten you up a bit if you want to go to Mandy's wedding.
Hey, how did you know about that?
Because she told me. But you don't make it easy. I mean, my nasty little cousin may not be exactly full of diplomacy, but he does have a knack of pointing out the truth.
Do you know, there's two things I can't abide. It's baths and schoolboys.
All right. Well, we'll talk about it later. Meanwhile, why don't you cut a dash as you walk home,
Oh, that's a waste of a good rose, that is. Looks out of place away from its friends.
Do you ever get lonely up on that hill all by yourself?
Me, lonely? No, never. Me and my old horse, we looked down on the village, and I reckon I got just about as much as any man could want. Yeah, you, Bernard? Hey. Oh, my old Bernard. How are you, boy? They asked me if we're lonely up here. We're not lonely, are we? I reckon I might be if you wasn't around, though. So we'll have to see you safely through another winter.
Ah, Cuthbert. I was hoping to see you this morning.
Oh, was it about a job, Reverend Vicar, sir?
Well, you could say a spiritual job.
Oh.
Yes, I was hoping you might have joined us at morning service, Cuthbert. We were a little light on worshippers.
Well, I came to the Harvest Thanksgiving.
You took a sizable part of it back to your caravan, as I recall. Oh, Cuthbert, you should try harder.
Yes, Reverend Vicar, sir.
You see, no man can only take from a community without putting back his share. Now, in your case, that can only be in faith. You being a touch short on substance.
Well, a touch short, yeah. Huh.
You know, when I'm in the church, alone with God, he sometimes asks me about you.
Oh, does he now, and him that busy?
He says, where are those guests I have invited to my table but have failed to turn up?
Well, I'm only up there in my caravan. I mean, he could always drop by if he wanted.
He says, you know, there's something different about you this morning, Cuffy. Are you all right?
Was that you saying that, or were you still being him?
Oh,
No, cleanliness is next to godliness. I mean, I am bright as rain, isn't it?
Of course. Listen. I did hear that you had some trouble in Jake's ditch yesterday. Now,
Oh, well.
if they're of any help, I've no further need for these.
Oh, well, if you don't want them, Reverend Vicar, sir, I'd take them off your hands if you like.
Cuffy, I do wish you wouldn't accept gifts with surly stipulations. It isn't that I don't want them. No, please, don't take them out here.
My goodness, they must have really seen you coming when you was wearing these.
Yes, well, just a moment of weakness. Let's put them away, shall
Well,
we?
I wear them on high days and holidays and think of you, Reverend Vicar, sir.
Yes, well, keep your thoughts to yourself, Cuffy. None of us are constantly perfect in the eyes of the Lord.
Come on, you couldn't be anything but perfect in them trousers.
Hey! I didn't mean to be rude yesterday. I've been given permission to use the rowing boat. Only I can't undo the hitching knot. Could you lend a hand? I'm not very good at doing knots.
Don't suppose you're much good doing anything. Come on. Oh, it's been tied by a Boy Scout, this have. One of them Boy Scout knots, that. Oh, okay.
You wait till my cousin hears about this, you perambulating old dung heap. I'll get me old back on you. You see if I don't.
That boy smells, eh?
Sal!
Hi. What happened in the big wide world today?
Nothing. Music's on a go slow. Even the jingle scene ain't jingling. My goodness, what are we celebrating? No work month?
Well, they do say memory fades with age.
Oh, God, it's not your birthday, is it? No. Oh, come on, Sal.
All right, I'll give you a clue. I wore blue and you were sloshed.
Our anniversary. Oh, no. Mm. Am I forgiven?
Well, only if you get down on your knees and beg. Oh, get off. Actually, I forgot it as well till Uncle sent us a telegram.
Oh, thank God for that. Which uncle?
That uncle, and Cuthbert sent us a thank you letter.
Written in blood?
Well, he sent his love to everyone.
Yuck.
Except Cuffy, of course.
No wonder why. By the way, have you seen Cuffy lately?
Now you mention it. No, I haven't.
It's just that he wasn't at the station, that's all. He hardly ever misses a lift home with me.
Well, I might take a walk up to his caravan tomorrow. I mean, we owe him a present for dunking Cuthbert, don't we?
Sal? Why is it laid for 4?
I've invited Mandy and David the vet, so they can see what happens 3 years after the wedding.
They should be so lucky. Come here, you sexy
Now,
wench.
Pete, I've got to check the dinner.
You've also got to check your diary.
Why? What's wrong with my diary?
Our anniversary.
Yeah?
It's next Thursday.
Oh. Well, never mind. We'll have one every week. Where's your friend then, Bernard? Anybody home?
In here. The door's open.
Coffee, what's wrong?
Oh, I knew someone would come.
Hey, how long have you been like this?
Oh, Monday night. It's heavy cold.
Sit up. I think you've had more than a heavy cold, my love. Looks to me like you've had a bout of flu.
Oh.
There you are. All right?
Thanks.
Hey, do these windows open?
I don't know. I never tried them.
Oh, let's see if we can blow away some of your germs. That's better. Now, when did you last eat?
Well, Monday night, I think. I haven't felt very hungry.
I see. Well, could you eat some nice hot tomato soup now?
Yeah, all right, if you don't want it. Hey, listen, Bernard hasn't been fed for days.
Bernard's got 4 acres of grass. He can wait.
Yeah, I reckon it was that bath I had, you know.
What bath? When?
Oh, Saturday after we had our chat. I had a good wash down in the stream there.
You got into that stream just because of our chat?
It went half cold.
Yes, I bet it was. Listen, where'd you keep your tin opener?
Oh, it's in the drawer with the handle.
What, the one with a piece of string?
That's the handle.
I'll ask a silly question.
You know, I've just been laying here thinking. Just letting the thoughts come and go. Except Tuesday night. I got really frightened on Tuesday night. I wanted someone to come Tuesday night.
You probably needed a doctor.
Yeah, well, I knew someone would come in the end. I just feared it was the end.
Yes, well, relax now, Cuffy, and don't talk so much.
No, I've been talking all night. I have to talk to think. Otherwise, the thoughts whiz around in my head without any sort of order to them, you see. At first, I thought it must seem that I didn't fit in round here. I mean, Shillingbury people aren't like me. You see, they got families and jobs and farms and money in the bank, motor cars. You see, they're happy with what they got, so I must be unhappy because I got nothing at all, see?
Yeah, but you're not.
No, I'm not. You see, I sort of fit into their lives. I do fit in. I'm part of their lives. I go into the odd fella's arms. I order a drink. You know, I waste me £5 note about. And Terry, she says that she's clear out of change and we'll have to chalk it up. Well, it makes her feel good to pretend, you know what I mean? And old widow Simpkins, she knows I'm going to ask her to marry me every time I go past her place. Well, you know, she acts narky and she scolds me, but it makes her feel good.
Poor old Mrs. S.
Jake, he gives me all his mucky jobs. A chance to earn some splendid money, and Mandy gives me good feed out of her kitchen. And your husband gives me rides in his motor car. You see, although I'm not anybody, I do sort of fit in with everybody else, you see.
Well, what about me? Where do I fit into your life?
By not feeling sorry for me. I mean, you talk to me like as if you want to hear what I got to say.
Well, I don't want to hear any more until you finish this soup.
Oh.
Now, I'm going to go and get a doctor, and then I'll come back later on and see how you are, okay?
Yeah, okay, listen. Can you give Bernard some oats, please? They're in a bag under the caravan. And I usually mix them with a splash of water from the stream.
Yes, all right.
Right. Oh, and also, you give me a rose.
Funny. One never thinks of Coffee being ill. I suppose one day he won't be here anymore, and that's that.
It's been pretty bad, I think. Must have been a bit frightening up in that caravan all by himself.
Oh, that's the part that'd get me down. I dread the day that Mandy goes off. What am I going to do all on my own in this place? Still, I'll be better off than Coffee, I dare say.
You have to farm hands all day.
Oh, but it's the evenings.
Mandy says you watch the television until the doc goes.
Yes, but you need somebody to grumble at in the mornings.
He says all you do is grunt before your second cup of tea.
Maybe. But you can't grunt to yourself. There's no fun in that.
Good afternoon, all.
What do you got for me, then?
Nothing for you, Jake.
Oh, a new idea is this? Coming round to tell folk that nobody's written to them?
No, I've got a telegram here. I don't recognize the name. No address. I wondered if it was somebody staying with you, Mrs. Higgins.
No. Why, what name is it, Harvey?
Follett. F-O-L-L-E-T-T.
Talk of the devil.
Do you know him?
I do, and so should you. Call yourself a postman.
Why? Who's Follett?
Coffee's Mr. Follett. Hey, I wonder who sent him a telegram.
I don't like telegrams.
He won't mind this one. It's one of the pools.
Is what?
Well, there were a fair number of draws last Saturday, but it's still got to be several £1000s.
Several thousand.
Well, you never know with the method he uses.
No, you see, I put the crosses in the
Copy.
same place every week.
It's just as likely to win a couple of second divvies as nothing at all.
You mean that he could have won 1,000?
It won't be less.
Well, we better check on it. I mean, just to be helpful, we better check on it for coffee.
Was your copy Cooper coffee?
No, he didn't keep one.
No, you see, I put the crosses in the same
Coffee.
place. In the same place.
You must be out of your minds bringing him down here. He's got the rest of his life to spend the money. Let's at least give him the time.
This telegram must act as a sort of tonic, eh, Coffee?
I rather prefer a drop of something stronger. Celebrate his good fortune.
What about it, Cuffy? Whiskey? Brandy? We might even have half a bottle of champagne.
I'd like a cup of tea, please. Cup of tea. Would you like? I take a pint the usual, please, Terry. And you gonna have anything to drink now?
Oh, that's very nice. Yeah, I'll have a whiskey and soda. How about you, Harvey?
Same as you, please.
Large one?
Of course.
2 large whiskies, please, love. Do you know, I think that Terry would welcome an invitation to toast your good fortune.
Toast my good fortune.
Yes. One for yourself, Terry.
Oh, thanks, dear.
Ah, Cuffy, I heard you were here, and I thought I had to be amongst the first to congratulate you.
Oh, there you are, Reverend. Just in time to join our happy winner. He's in the chair.
Oh, no, nothing for me, thank you. Oh, well, perhaps just a glass of white wine, eh?
Glass of white wine, please, Terry.
Listen, I got your trousers on.
Yes, I'd seen. Still, you'll be able to afford the best now, eh? Tailored to measure. Oh, my word, what a change has come over your life.
There we are, my dears. Cheers.
You're very good.
Yes,
God bless.
Good fortune. Yes.
Lucky days.
Yeah, happy days.
Cuffy! I don't believe it. What have they done to you?
That's your wife. She's been taking me around all day. We spent more money than I've ever had in all my life.
Well, you're certainly the best-dressed tinker of the year.
Well, I went along with everything she said except the house. I mean, I'm not going to live in a house.
Why not?
Well, what would Bernard do in one of them stupid little gardens?
Do you want a lift?
Yes, please.
Oh, got something for you.
What are these for?
Motor cars. You can afford one of your own now.
Does that mean you're not going to give me any more lift?
Of course I will if you want them. Get in. You should get yourself a set of wheels. Surely you still want a car.
Well, I like your car.
We're not buying this.
Well, I don't want to buy it. I just want to ride in it.
With me as a chauffeur. Stop everything. Sit down and prepare yourself for a shock.
Cuthbert's coming back.
No, I've sold a score.
Pete, that's fantastic.
Actually, it's only a 60-second score for a new line they're marketing. Instant pizza.
They're not selling instant pizza.
They are. You pop her in the toaster, wait for a minute, and then you have to get another toaster because that one's full of melted cheese. Yeah, it's true. The ad boys told me they'd used up 11 toasters trying to make one pop up whole.
Don't believe it.
And how's my Professor Higgins?
Why, Professor?
Well, I've just given Eliza Cuffy Doolittle a lift from the station, reeking of Old Spice.
Well, don't you like Old Spice?
I suppose it's better than Old Cuffy.
Well, I just thought he ought to enjoy a bit of his money.
He hasn't even got it yet.
You win the pools, you don't need money. Everybody wants to give you credit.
Spoken like a true Onassis. What would you do if you won the pools?
Build a villa in Spain and invest the rest.
You mean you wouldn't build me a recording studio?
I might, in Spain.
Well, at least you know what you want. Poor old Cuffy just seems bewildered.
Hey! What are you doing, cutting the grass?
I thought you were above all this sort of thing now.
I always cut your grass. That's why I come round today, special, because I missed it last week on account of not being well.
That's very kind of you. Very kind indeed.
Yeah, and I brought you a present. It's the only worthwhile thing I bought all day.
Cuffy, that is nice of you, Cuffy.
No chance of you naming the day, is there, Mrs. Simpkins?
Now that you're a man of means, I shall have to think about it, shan't I?
Yeah, well, we'll soon get this thing back in proper working order now.
Well,
Here.
I'll just hang this behind the door for you.
Right.
Oh, I haven't baked you a meat and potato pie.
Oh.
Well, I thought I might make something here, a sort of celebration. Now you're so smart.
I got a good mind to go and bring Bernard.
Ah, Cuffy. I'm glad I saw you. I wanted a word.
Am I going to get a sermon, Reverend Vicar, sir?
A sermon? My dear chap, sermons are for the pulpit, not the public highway.
Well, where I've been standing has never made no difference yet, sir.
I say, I do like your new suit, Cuffy. Yes, very smart.
Well, it's a bit uncomfortable yet, you know. I think it'll be all right, though, when I get it worn in a bit.
Cuffy, I felt it right to make a few points to you about your most fortunate windfall. Have you received the cheque?
No, not yet, no. Mrs. Higgins thought they might make a special presentation at a London hotel. Only I did put a cross for no publicity, and I'd rather like to keep it that way.
Yes, very sensible, because undoubtedly there will be those who find themselves unable to view your good fortune without some measure of envy.
Oh?
Indeed, some may even try to persuade you to part with some of it.
Oh, how would they do that, Reverend Vicar, sir?
Well, by drawing to your attention certain good causes. Yes, good causes where money could be put to good use.
Oh.
I, for example, might remind you of the rain which enters the West Tower. And the longer it's left, the worse the damage becomes, until at last the cost of repairs will soon outstrip our very limited means.
Well, the rain comes in the roof of my caravan, you know. It comes right in where I sit of an evening. I catches it in a bucket.
The Lord is more disposed to look down upon his house filled with worshippers rather than buckets. Oh, but I was merely citing the roof by way of example, but be you well assured, there will be others wanting your ear for less worthy needs.
Oh.
It is, of course, a matter for your judgment, but simply remember, the church was there when you were in need of help.
Yes, thank you, Reverend Vicar, sir. It was a sermon, after all.
Come to see how the workers live, have you?
Right. Just wondering if you've had any little jobs you want doing, Mr. Jake.
Little jobs? That's rich, that is. Standing there all togged up asking if there's any little jobs.
Well, no, I can soon go and change me clothes.
You can put those bad old days behind you.
Well, I don't want to put them behind me.
Well, I'm glad to hear you don't want to change everything, now that money's no object. But you don't have to dig ditches. You're far too good for that sort of thing.
It seems to me I've become too good for all the things I enjoy.
Yes, well, why don't we go inside and have a cup of tea? We're about due for a break anyway.
Right.
Mandy, look who's come to see us.
I saw. Hello, Coffee. I'll go and put the kettle on.
The thing is that new vistas have opened up for you. The power of money is a wonderful thing. It'll open up doors that would have remained closed.
Oh, yeah.
It'll seem strange at first, of course it will. And in that respect, if you need any assistance, you only have to ask.
Well, what sort of assistance, Mr. Jake?
The spending of money is an art. It's not just a pastime to be gone into lightly. Sometimes the expenditure of large sums cannot be undertaken by one man alone.
Have you spent large sums in your day, Mr. Jake?
Oh, I've had my moments.
Oh? What moment was that, Dad? The time you squandered 4 sixpences in a row down the slot of a one-armed bandit?
Well, I've none of that, my girl.
Well, take no notice, Coffee. If you want advice, you take it from a qualified accountant. Not from somebody who's come over giddy playing blackjack with haricot beans.
Mandy!
Oh, come off it, Dad. Suddenly coming into a fortune isn't easy. It really isn't. I've read about how it's ruined people's lives often enough. All Cuffy's short of is advice from well-meaning friends. Still, you can go on your travels, can't you? No difficulty about that now. Cake or sandwich?
Cake, please. Oh, no, sandwich.
Both?
Wait a minute, that's it.
What's it?
Well, you see, Miss Mandy always asks me if I want cake or a sandwich, and I say cake, and then I hesitate a bit, and then I say sandwich, and then she says both, you see. I mean, that is normal, you see, but nothing normal has happened to me in the last 3 days. Well, I'd like to go on holiday, right enough, and fly in an airplane and sail on a boat, but I wouldn't want nothing to change while I was away. I mean, I wanna come back here to my friends and my normal life and little mucky jobs.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Bernard? 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 Come on, Bernard. Bernard. Oh, Bernard. See, I just wanted you to look at it for me because it don't seem quite right somehow.
Well, it isn't right, Cuffy. You've got a draw down for Chelsea versus Leicester, and it was 3-0.
You see, I just put them in the same place every week, see?
Well, that's wrong. They're all wrong, Cuffy. You haven't forecasted one correct result.
Yeah, well, I don't go by teams nor nothing. I just put them all...
Put the same ones
I
down
put them in the same place every week.
You told me that, Cuffy. I mean, you told me you didn't keep a copy either.
No, I don't. I did that last night. I always put the crosses in the same position. That's what I sent to Liverpool. But I did have a telegram. There's nothing wrong with that.
You had a telegram from Liverpool?
That's right. I got a telegram from Liverpool.
Hang on. Sam?
Yes?
We've got a problem.
Coming.
Have you still got the telegram?
Yes, in my caravan. Come from Liverpool, you know.
Hello, Cuffy.
Mrs. Higgins?
The telegram from the pools. I think it was a hoax.
Oh, no.
And someone went to the great deal of trouble to make sure it was from Liverpool. Liverpool, Sam.
Cuthbert.
Could it have been?
Well, I can't believe even Cuthbert...
I can.
Cuffy, what can I say?
Well, I don't mind.
Well, the simple truth is that this supposed women permutation is just a load of rubbish.
Surely no post office in the world would accept a hoax telegram from a kid, especially in Liverpool.
I can't remember the wording. What did it say, Cuffy?
Well, I can't reach. I don't know, but Harvey just said that I'd won it.
I'm going to phone Uncle.
No, hang on, Sam. We've got to think this out first. That snotty-nosed cousin of yours will deny it anyway.
Oh, I'd wring the truth out of him. I mean, all that money he spent.
Yeah, well, the gas fridge and the portable TV can go back to the shop. They'll make some noises, but we'll get by.
What's the clothes, the hairdressers, the pub's drinks bill?
It's been a peculiar experience. I mean, nothing's been normal for the last 2 weeks. Nothing at all.
You can say that again.
Nothing's been normal
Cuffy.
for the... Well, maybe now we can go back to like it all were before it all happened.
Ah, that'll be the post. I want to have a word with Harvey.
Cuffy, we'll do all we can to help.
When you come up to my caravan, you asked how you fitted into my life.
You said by not feeling sorry for you.
Well, don't spoil everything now.
Okay.
There's one thing you can do, though. Give me another buttonhole from the garden. That'd be a treat.
Yes, of course.
I've just had a word with Harvey, in the strictest confidence, of course. So it'll be all around the village by lunch.
Well, it'd be better for you if people know in advance.
Yes, Mrs. Higgins.
Cuffy, you might need this.
£10?
Now, don't spend it. I want it back when you finish with it.
I'll never finish with that. £10 note lasts me forever.
There you are.
Lovely.
Well, now what?
I wonder why he never mentioned the horse.
What about his horse?
Well, Harvey told me it died last night. Apparently old Cuffy wants it buried in a corner of the field.
Oh, poor old man.
None of this makes any sense.
Well, the first thing I must do is phone Uncle.
No, not yet.
Why not?
This must have been quite a hoax. Harvey tells me he delivered a letter to the caravan the day before yesterday, with a Liverpool postmark.
Oh, Cuffy, my dear fellow, what a grave misfortune.
Oh, yes, Reverend Vicar,
Yes,
sir.
we must pray that the unfortunate child will come to realize just how wickedly he's behaved.
Yes, Reverend.
A cruel trick.
Listen, I'm sorry about the hole in your roof. What about if I climb up there and have a look?
The Church Restoration Fund, Cuffy, has a target of £40,000. If the problem could be solved by sending a man up to take a look, we'd have set a somewhat lower figure.
Well, there's only one thing for it, then. We'll have to offer up a prayer. Well, the power of prayer is a wondrous thing, you know.
Is it now?
Oh, wondrous thing it is.
Why couldn't somebody have told me that? But look, Cuffy, about your own roof, now surely we can do something about that. A patch of roofing felt, maybe.
Yeah, well, I give a bit of thought to that, Reverend Vicar, sir.
Well, you know, my Cuffy, the nights are getting chilly, and winter will very soon be upon us. We must turn our thoughts to making ourselves warm against the weather.
Oh,
Look, if you care to pop into my vicarage one evening, maybe I could look out 1 or 2 bits and pieces of warm clothing I could spare.
Oh, thank you, Reverend, thank you.
Yes, and, Cuffy, if you could lend your voice to those of us who go in for this, praying thing you were telling me about, we do it all together in the church on Sundays, you know.
On Sundays, right. Thank you, Vicar.
And you'll pop by for the clothes.
Oh, yeah, if you don't want them, yeah. I was just passing by and I just thought I'd stop by to inquire if you still wants to marry me.
Cuffy,
You're being cheeky again.
No, well, you did say you'd have to see.
Well, if I said anything of the sort, it was to get you to talk about something more sensible.
Yeah, would you happen to have anything a poor old man could get his teeth into, like a nice meat and potato pie?
Now, you know perfectly well that Pie Day is Friday.
Oh, yeah, good, yeah. Pie day is
Friday.
Friday. Yeah, well, I'll pop back on Friday.
Very good. Coffee? Has it been a very bad day?
No, not at all. As a matter of fact, it gets better as it goes along. I'll take a pint of the usual, please, Terry.
Oh, very well, dear. £10? You have gone up in the world. Sure I can't change as much as that. Better chalk it up till next time.
All right, that'll help you out.
Oh, good. Coffee, I want to talk to you.
Oh, yeah?
Come here. Them pigs over there. When I take them up to market, it's just as if they know what's in store for them. When a pig gets frightened, he doesn't do it in a gentlemanly fashion like you and me. So I've got about 3 ton of little frights in a great heap. Now, I want you to take it up to that top field and spread it ready for next season.
Muck spreading.
You've got it in 2 words. It's about 3 days' work, I reckon.
£1 an hour.
You drive a terrible hard bargain. I suppose so.
Yeah, I'll make a start in the morning.
And you're going to have your tea break outside. I'm not having you in the kitchen, not in the state that you'll be in.
All right, Mr. Jake.
And another thing. On Friday, I want you to make arrangements to have a proper bath with hot water and soap. None of that dunking yourself in the river.
Yeah, well, I'm not all that keen on baths.
It is the wedding on Saturday, and I am not having you at my Mandy's reception stinking like a walking dung heap.
Miss Mandy's wedding?
I reckon you're as much a part of Shillingbury as anybody else round here. And you'll be welcome, too. Here's the invitation. It'll save me the postage if you'll take it now. And one more thing. When you take that muck up to that top field, use Yorkie there. He's over 18 now, and he should go out to grass. Well, you've got a bit of space where you are. Take him and get to know him. Maybe you could take him off my hands now his working days are over.
Why, of course, if you don't want the horse, I'm glad to take him off your hands for you.
Please.
A cheque. As soon as I heard about that Liverpool postmark, I knew there had to be a cheque. I thought we were supposed to be friends, Cuffy. You and me. Friends are supposed to be straight with each other.
Look, I'm better off without it. This last week has been about as unhappy as anything I can remember. And all because of that talk about that cheque. After a day like I've had today, Mr. Higgins, I mean, who want to win the football pools?
Well, burning it won't solve anything. They'll just send you another one.
Oh, no, they won't do that.
They will, you know. And they'll send a rep round to check why it hasn't been cashed.
Oh, but it has.
What?
Yeah, and that one's been cancelled.
How can it be cancelled if it's been cashed?
Well, you see, the rep man came round, like you said, and I said I didn't want it, and he said I couldn't send it back because I won it.
Well, he's right.
Yeah, well, I knew there were laws to say you couldn't take what didn't belong to you, but I never reckoned you had to accept what did.
So who has the money now?
Well, I told him to donate it to the hole in the church roof.
You did what?
Incognito, Mr. Higgins. Because you know, and I know, that my win was just a hoax.
You're a rare old tinker, Cuffy. Come on, let's burn it together, shall we?
Right. Right, there you go.
Here we go.
Oh, what's going? Hey, come on then.
There we go. No check.
Nah, and no evidence.
Happy days, Cuffy.
Happy days, Mr. Higgins. Happy days.